All right, I thought it'd be fun, since I got to do this anyway, to invite you guys in to me making my. Well, I'm going to be doing my fishing report. So while I do this, I thought it'd be fun to do a live broadcast. So when I do my fishing report for next week, I obviously do the things that I've already done. Yesterday I was out on the lake and I write down, the water temperature at Lake of the Woods, and then it's turning. So the lake is turning right now, which means the cold and the water are switching. So the trout are going to be deep, although some aren't. It's just turning right now, and the bass are shallow. The most trout, and I'm writing all this down, were around sunset. That's the campground, and that's where people were catching them yesterday. So that's Lake of the Woods, and their weekend festivities have started. Weekend festivities have started. Now we're going to go on to Diamond Lake, which is having a. Let's see. It's not this weekend. It's next weekend, so we won't put that in there. So now I'm going to go into BLM, which is the Bureau of Land Management. Bureau of Land Management, Oregon. There it is, and we are going to look at what they say the different lakes are. So this is what we're going to do. Hunting, fishing, shooting. Fishing, blah, blah, blah. Where to fish, that's what we want. I don't want that, I want maps. I probably saved this. I'm sure I did. So let's go over here. Let's see water levels. Eagle Lake. Nah, that's too far away. So we're going to we want water levels. Klamath County. We got Gerber, Topsy. Well, Topsy doesn't exist. Topsy doesn't exist anymore. They pulled the dam out. Is that crazy? And I have a dryer or a washer up there making noise. Well, we can't record that. We're going to get all this information when she's done doing laundry. So we got this. Gerber is is a fun lake to fish. So we put down Gerber. And that is our washing machine. Go figure, huh? get all this information? Ah, that stupid thing. Can't record while that's going. That's a washing machine. That's a washing machine. I'll keep saying it. No one's pounding the headboard, so it's just a washing machine. Come on, where is this? Bureau of Land. That's it. I'm pretty sure it was there. Yeah, here it is. All right, got it. It's a reclamation. All right, so what do we got? We got Gerber. Oh my goodness. Is this current? Sure enough, Gerber's only 37%. That's not good. We got Willow Valley. That's Clear Lake. Tule Lake. We got Agate. Wow, Gerber's only at 37%. That's not good. That's not good at all. Thought it was higher. So let's go to, I don't care about Agency Lake and those lakes. Eastern Oregon, what do we got? Phillips Lake, we want Deschutes. Monkey Hub, Rogue. There we go. So we got Immigrant. Immigrant Lake is at 71%. That's very good. Crappie, you're hitting good there. Hyatt is at 60%. Howard's Prairie. And this is the type of stuff you need to know before you go out to these lakes. 56%. I want you to know that last year, Hyatt, if you looked it up, it would say missing. It literally was drained to nothing. It didn't exist last year. 97%. And that was Hyatt. And Howard's Prairie was fished out. It went down to like 5%. So let's go to 4 Mile Lake. Is at 55%, but it's not open yet. I don't think so. Fish Lake. Now they said it was 100%, but up here it says it's 73%. So when I called them, they said they were 100%. And that's something that you do all the time too. So, but this was updated at 6/7, so that's good. Now we're not going to. I don't care about historical data. We're going to save this page. That's very important. And we're going to go to current data. And now I want to see, hopefully get some water temperatures. That's what I'm hoping for. But their water temperatures are usually old, so I mean, but it's better than nothing, I guess. The storage, okay, we want that. All right, here's water temperatures. We're going to save this page. So I have to look for it next week. And there we go. 4 Mile Lake near Ashland. Surface, water surface Storage acre feet. It does not have water temperature. Fish lake doesn't have water temperature. None of these do, I don't think. Let's go down a little farther. I'm looking for, you know, when I called them, they said that, oh, it's online. I go, no, it isn't. And they didn't believe me. I hate it when I talk to somebody that doesn't believe me. When I'm looking at the data right here and they don't have the data on it. So, you know, water temperature is so important to know where to go and what to take, you know. So here's what Griffin Creek has water temperature. Well, I don't know. So one creek has water temperature. I cannot find water temperature for Agate and Hyatt's and Howard's Prairie or any of that. Huh. I'm a looking. Okay, we're gonna do water temperature of Rogue River. Water temperature of lakes in Oregon. Current conditions, geological survey. Oregon. All right, here we go. Degrees in Celsius. Well, that's important. So here we go. Clackamas County, Benton. We want to come down. Jackson, Klamath County. There we go. So let's see if we got anything here. 4 Mile Canal. No. Klamath River. No. Sprague River. Williamson's River. It's open right now. That's pretty exciting. Let's go down to Rogue. Now these are rivers. These are rivers. Rivers and creeks. You can get water temperature for them. Just so you know, 17.4 Celsius on the Williamsons. Sprague River is 22.5. Well, that's good for bass. It's good bass fishing there. Lake Monster, what do we got here? Willamette River. Boy, you'd think there'd be something on here for water temp, you know? Okay, here's a water temperature map of the Great Lakes. I don't want the Great Lakes. I want Oregon, right here. This is what I want, right there. They say it's here, but it's not. Hey, Matthew, from South Africa, you guys have warm water. I'm trying to find water temperatures here. Currently, Lake Oswego, Bend, Crater Lake, Oregon Secretary of State Gov. There's Lake of the Woods. It's not 69 degrees, so this isn't reliable because I was just on it yesterday at 64. Lake of the Woods is not 69 degrees. Now, it might be in a week. It is warming up quick, but it's in the middle of a turn right now. So, we can't really go by this now, can we? Oh, that's Michigan. It's the different Lake of the Woods. Ha. All right. All right. All right. Hello back to South Africa. My goodness, that's a world away, literally. Let's see, states. We want Oregon. Loading Oregon data. All right. Now we got some things here. It's got some fishing reports. This looks pretty good. So Hyatt Reservoir. We got a couple fishing reports from Hyatt. Let's see what we see here. View fishing reports. We got 2 reports of largemouth bass. We got largemouth and largemouth. So we got, so Hyatt's is in post spawn. Largemouth. And that's good. So it's good to put that in there. Immigrant Lake, 4 fishing reports. I love Immigrants. It's actually, if it wasn't an hour and a half away, I'd go there a lot more often. So lipless spinners and blade jigs. Whoa! What the heck did he get? That's not a largemouth. That's a catfish. I know what a largemouth looks like. So, Immigrants is in pre-spawn. And, oh no, that was May. They're in post-spawn now. So post. And crappie. Their crappie is big in that lake, largemouth. And where else we got? Lake of the Woods. I already know Lake of the Woods. Let's see what they say. Let's see if they're accurate. Shallow diving cranks, good. Bladed jigs, swim jigs, good. And that is not a picture. That is, so bronze, he says largemouth, so yeah. It's close. Not a picture's not of it, so we're going to continue going down here. See one other, Howard's Prairie, that's important. Uh, 614. We are in post spawn now. So Howard's Prairie is post spawn. And in largemouth. Everybody's using pretty much the same stuff, which is bladed, swim, and neds. So and neds always work. If you're ever in doubt, use a Ned. Let's look at agate. Agate, spinner blade, yeah. Let's see what they got. Again, largemouth, so. Oh, bluegills, actually. So that's bluegills. I should go over there and get some bluegills. I haven't caught a bluegill in ages. I haven't caught a bluegill in ages. Alright, so that's a pretty good website. Omnia. That's Omnia. Willow Lake. Oh, Okay, let's check them out. They're definitely in a post spawn. Water temperature, their latest one, 63 degrees. 63 degrees, so that's good. Oh, you know what? I didn't get, let's look at those other ones to see if they got Emigrant Lake. Let's see what their water temperature was. Lake level is rising slowly, water temperature 63. And we want Hyatt. Let's get their water temperature. This is nice. These guys put down water temperatures. Some of them do. They didn't in that one. I know them. Triangle, Howard's Prairie. Let's see if that guy did. Water temperature is 54 degrees, but that was as of 6/1. I'm going to take a guess at about 57 degrees on Howard's Prairie. Okay, it's been warm. It's probably higher than that. Agate Reservoir, let's see what their water temperature is. Probably real warm there. Oh, he didn't put it down. It's real warm. Probably do top water there. All right, so we got that. Let's see if we can find a Diamond Lake. Diamond Lake. Diamond Lake, good. All right. No fishing reports there. Give me a break. Wow. No fishing reports there. All right, what lake am I missing? Gerber. Oh, that's Sheboygan. That's not the lake I want. That's not my lake. That's some other lake. All right, well, I think that's all I'm going to get from that website. It's not bad, though. It's not a bad website. It's called Omnia. Not bad at all. So we got that. See, now I got to put this down, my notes, I got to put it down to something legible. So, put that down as something a little bit more legible for me. So we're going to create a document. And basically this will be my script. All right. Oh, I should look at overall weather for this week too. '79, 80, 85, 85, 85. So pretty warm all week long. So The week of June 10th. I'm just typing in with warmer weather here. We are looking at a week in the mid 80s, and water temperatures are warming up. Lake of the Woods is experiencing their turn and the water the cold water is sinking while the warm water is surfacing. Lake surface temperature as of Friday was 64 degrees. Trout could still be caught bink fishing around the Sunset campgrounds. Use a water bobber and get it out there. The resort's weekend festivity calendar has commenced. So, free outdoor concerts on Saturdays and free outdoor movie night on Fridays. All right, that sounds nice. Now we need to Gerber Lake is at 37% capacity and is good for crappie and perch. Immigrants Lake is 71% full, 63-degree surface temp, and is in a post-spawn for largemouth bass. Crappie fishing is epic there, and it is. All right, so Emigrant Hyatt Lake is 60% and is also in post spawn for largemouth bass. Howard's Prairie is 56% capacity, and at 57° also in post spawn for large. Agate Lake is 97% and is experiencing good bluegill fishing. I won't do for a while, they're not open yet. Fish Lake is at 73% and good rainbow trout fishing. Willow Lake is at 63%. Now, is that 63° surface temp and is in post spawn for largemouth bass. We're good. Hey, Lee. Chesapeake Bay, Maryland. Wow. A lot of people here. I mean, for all over the world. So I am just gathering a lot of information right now from my my public fishing report here in Klamath Falls, Oregon. And so basically I go on lots of different websites I've made phone calls to. And now I'm just typing up my script for this particular broadcast. So the fish report for this week. I should put should have a sign on. Rufino from Terrible at Fishing with your fishing report for this week. With warmer weather here, we are looking at a week in the mid-80s and water temperatures are warming up. Lake of the Woods is experiencing their turn. And the cold water is sinking while the warm water is surfacing. Lake surface temperature as of Friday was 64 degrees. Trout could still be caught bank fishing around the Sunset campgrounds. Use a water bobber and get it out there. The resort's weekend festivity calendar has commenced, so free outdoor concerts on Saturday and free outdoor movie nights on Fridays. Gerber Lake is at 37% capacity and is good for crappie and perch. Emigrant Lake is 71% full, 63-degree surface temp, and is in a post spawn for largemouth bass. Crappie fishing is epic there. Hyatt Lake is 65% and is also in post spawn for largemouth. My kids are out fishing. Oh my goodness, I've never caught a snakehead. That'd be really cool to catch a snakehead. Howard's Prairie is 56% capacity and at 57 degrees, also in the post spawn for largemouth. Agate Lake is 97% and is experiencing good bluegill fishing. Fish Lake is at 73% good rainbow trout fishing. Willow Lake is at 63-degree surface temp and is in post spawn for largemouth. Join me every Friday night at 7 p.m. for a full hour of fishing news and tips, or check out my YouTube channel, Terrible at Fishing, for live fishing and 1,000+ videos on how to get better at a great pastime. Yeah, that's good. Let's print that, and then I can read it, and we can actually record this. So now we do a recording of it. Now that the laundry's done, come on, print. All right, there it comes. Okay, now let's see if I can make myself sound good on the radio. I don't have the best voice, but you know, let's see. Pull up my recording software. All right, we want to record there. Record. All right, let's do take one and see what happens, huh? All right, here we go. This is Michael Ruffino from Terrible at Fishing with your fishing report for this week. With warmer weather here, we are looking at a week in the mid-80s and water temperatures are warming up. Lake of the Woods is experiencing their turn and the cold water is sinking while the warm water is surfacing. Lake surface temperatures as of Friday is 64 degrees. Trout could still be caught bank fishing around the Sunset campgrounds. Use a water blower and get it out there. The resort's weekend festivity calendar has commenced, so free outdoor concerts on Saturdays and a free family outdoor movie night on Fridays. Gerber Lake is 37% capacity and is good for crappie and perch. Emigrant Lake is 71% full with a 63-degree surface temp and is in post spawn for largemouth. Crappie fishing is epic there. Hyatt Lake is 65% and is also in post spawn for largemouth. Howard's Prairie is 56% capacity and at 57 degrees also in post spawn for largemouth. Agate Lake is 97% capacity and is experiencing good bluegill fishing. Fish Lake is at 73% and good rainbow trout fishing there. Willow Lake is at 63-degree surface temp and is in post spawn for largemouth. Join me every Friday night at 7 p.m. for a full hour of fishing news and tips, or check out my YouTube channel, Terrible at Fishing, for live fishing and 1,000+ videos on how to get better at this great pastime. Yeah, there. How's that? Sounds pretty good. Let's listen to it. Gotta make sure it sounds good, huh? And then clean it up if there's anything on there that I need to clean up. This is Michael Ruffino from Terrible at Fishing with your fishing report for this week. With warmer weather here, we are looking at a week in the mid-80s and water temperatures are warming up. Lake of the Woods is experiencing their turn and the cold water is sinking while the warm water is surfacing. Lake surface temperatures as of Friday is 64 degrees. Trout could still be caught bait fishing around the Sunset campgrounds. Use a water blower and get it out there. The resort's weekend festivity calendar has commenced, so free outdoor concerts on Saturdays and a free family outdoor movie night on Fridays. Gerber Lake is 37% capacity and is good for crappie and perch. Emigrant Lake is 71% full with a 63-degree surface temp and is in post-spawn for largemouth. Crappie fishing is epic there. Hyatt Lake is 65% and is also in post-spawn for largemouth. Howard's Prairie is 56% capacity and at 57 degrees also in post-spawn for largemouth. Agate Lake is 97% capacity and is experiencing good bluegill fishing. Fish Lake is at 73% and good rainbow trout fishing there. Willow Lake is at 63 degrees surface temp and is in post-spawn for largemouth. Join me every Friday night at 7 p.m. for a full hour of fishing news and tips. Or check out my YouTube channel, Terrible at Fishing, for live fishing and 1,000+ videos on how to get better at this great pastime. There, I like it. So this is actually broadcasted every 4 hours, 24 hours a day, starting Monday. So I have one this week, every week, and then I got to start working on my show, which I am posting, by the way. Let me look. It's got to be uploaded and checked by now, so we're going to post that. No issues, always good to see. And so there's a new video I'm just posting right now. That is last week's radio show. So if you want to hear, it's got a really fun interview with a professional guide. And so very exciting. So let me put that on Basin Fishing. They're advertising my show too now on the radio station. So it's kind of nice. I mean, I was listening to the radio station today and they actually advertised my show. It's good for them. So this is last week's. Fishing as much as I do, I see a lot of things. Some of them are going to shock you. And I'm really talking about all of you. Now, have you ever gone to, you wanted something to get on the water with? So you got a stand-up paddleboard, or you went to Walmart or something. Okay, good. So that's now posted. What do you? Really nice. So we're going to save this. Wait a minute, where is it? Audio. Save this for this week's save project as TAF Fishing Report 06 and 10 2024. All right. Yeah, the 10th. So produce fishing report. Learn how to type mine. 6/10/2024. All right. And produce it. I'm going to send this off to the station manager. And we'll be good to go. I know. Hello, Klamath Falls resident. Here I would be fishing, but I'm sicker than a dog. I'm sorry. I am so sorry that you're sick. I hate being sick. Like I broke a blood vessel in my eye. Look at that. This is crazy. Wow. That is crazy looking. I look demented. I look demented. All right, let's get this off to my next week's fishing report. And let's pop that on there. And the thing is, it doesn't hurt. It just looks like it should hurt, but it itches. It just itches. Fishing report 6/10. That's it. And we'll get that off to my Station manager. And I'm set up for that. There you go. So that's that. Voila. A lot of research, phone calls, write the script, say it without choking, and record it. And voila. There's the fishing report for next week. So you guys got a preview. Voila. So now I got to come up with some segments. Now the cool thing about last week, or this last one, is that I did part one of part two, a two-part interview with a guide, and so that's pretty fun. And so 15 minutes is already done. Also the fishing report I just did is also going to be in it. So basically I only have to come up with 15, 17, 43 minutes of content. Now last week was really fun because I did something on food, and that was really fun. But we're going to talk, I think this week I need to start recording some 15-minute segments. And we do 4 15-minute segments in the show. In this way I do 15 minutes, advertisements, another 15 minutes, advertisements, etc., etc. The actual show is a full hour, but with advertisements you're looking at an hour 15, hour 20 minutes with advertisements in it. So it's actually a pretty long show. But they're advertising me, and so hopefully my listeners, I don't know what my listener data is yet. We're still too new to track that data just yet. Maybe after a month I can get some listener data going, and understand who the demographic is, and just getting that done, and then working that. So it's Gold Country. It's old. It's basically classic country station. There's a link down below for the internet simulcast, so people from all around the world can listen to the show. The day after the show, or within 2 days after the show, I post the radio show on this channel. So I just posted last night's show just now on this channel, so you can listen to last night's show right now, and put down in comments anything that you think is you could be better. Am I talking too much? Word whiskers? Anything to make me sound more interesting. I mean, I could change my voice, but believe it or not, with my lung disease, I got raspier, and I used to sound just like my mother, and now I sound more bluesy. So, and it's just my lung disease just has really changed my voice. So anyway, I want you guys to sort of listen and help me out. Tell me what you think about it. Honestly, believe me, I can take, criticism, but try to be nice. But if you can't be nice, just say it anyway. I'm good. And we'll actually my viewers and with me, I think all of us can own this radio program and make the radio program a very good Terrible at Fishing program. But I need my Terrible at Fishing subscribers and listeners or viewers to help me get better. And I think in the end, as the radio show continues to grow and morph, I think all of us, all of you, along with me, can own the quality of this particular show. Because I'm nothing without you guys. You know that. I mean, the reason I got the radio show is because of you. And the station manager and his wife actually watch the channel. So to be honest, it's because of everybody on this channel that this is actually happening. And I mean, who knows where it goes? I mean, you never know. You just never know. So I want to thank you guys. And hello, is it a fishing it is a fishing radio show, Riverfront. I just posted last night. So if you look on Terrible at Fishing and the latest video, you'll see last night's show. And so on that show, I want if you want to listen to it, put down in comments what I could do better, or segments that you think would be really good on a radio show. Now, I went fishing yesterday, and I tried to be as descriptive as possible on my videos yesterday. So I'm going to put those together, and I'm going to try to do a 15-minute segment of on the water, and hopefully make it radio entertaining. If I can't, then that 15-minute segment will go away. But I'm hoping that with what I did yesterday on the water, I can create a 15-minute segment on the water, and do something sort of on location type of thing. So, without being live, on Friday nights. But anyway, it might be, it's just an idea. But if you can listen to it, I mean, all of you guys, listen to it, and just be honest with me. I mean, my voice is my voice, so it's not a whole lot I could do about it. Everybody locally knows who I am, and so I just want to make it entertaining and informative. Those two things. And my wife tells me that I talk too much, so maybe it was too much information. I appreciate it, Riverfront. I really do. I watched a part of your live show. Yeah, I tried. I didn't catch much. I know. I was going big or go home. I just made the 6-inch swim bait. I really wanted to break in that rod with a big fish. But as the waters warm up, I'll be catching bigger fish on a more regular basis. I mean, I went over to my BFS and caught some fish, some bass and some trout. But I really wanted to break in that new Cajun rod, that heavy, and really work that new bait that I made. So, thank you, Riverfront. I really appreciate it. Those baits now are in the marina at Lake of the Woods, by the way, and I'm going to, I really like hand painting those big soft 6-inch swim baits, and I think there's some really fun things I could do with that. And people look at me at 6-inch bait, and that's actually the smallest. 6-inch is the smallest bait I fish with for big bass, because I'll go up to 8 inches, and the water's just about to get warm enough for topwater fishing. And so my big swim baits, my topwater bait, this one's seen a ton of bass on it. Let me see if we can get it up here. I use really good Gamakatsu 1/0 hooks on this thing. So this right here, this one's seen a ton of big bass. This is an 8 or 7.5 inch wake bait. It's a wake bait, and I can swim this baby right on top of the water and just get a blow up on it. It's fantastic. And I got a pearl white one I just created, another one I wanted to put on the water. So this is a fantastic bait. People see me throw this thing out and they think, what are you catching? A largemouth. Watch. I mean, you could troll this behind your boat and catch a few largemouth. I mean, it's just a crazy good bait. And those Gamakatsus, when I sell that, I put hook covers on them. And because they're sticky, man. They'll penetrate your skin, and it is just so good. Yeah, I can't wait either. I mean, topwater is my favorite fishing, and the way the water right now is 64 degrees. Once it gets to 65, we might be able to get some, but we're kind of in spawn right now. So we gotta wait. And by the time the fish are done with spawn, because I'm in southern Oregon, the water was cold, blah, 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 our spawn is late. So our spawn is happening right now. It'll go to post spawn in another week or two. And when that happens, by the end of this month, we will be on full-on topwater fun. So all of July and August, it's all topwater. And this bait, as well as that, absolutely, I gotta show it to you. It is a sticky hook. I'll show you this thing. It's just, I painted this, and it is, the video's not gonna really show it really well. But this is a pearl, and there's 3 different colors of pearl, including the top, and the head is actually a color shift into a magenta. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. You swim, see, these are the hooks covers, but you swim this baby on top of the water. I think I mean, pearl white or eggplant or egg, you know what I mean. Off white works really, really well on top water, and it was a fantastic bait. It's it's the Imogatsu buzzbill, except the buzzbill's got a third hook. It was stupid on the back. I mean, what do you need a third hook for? I mean, you're just going to tear up a fish. Two hooks is dangerous enough to tear up a fish. So I could probably just go with just one hook on this, and still catch fish left and right. So, but it is a fantastic bait, and Imogatsu buzzbill, and but I love painting this blank. It's a knockoff blank of that, but without that third hook, and it's fantastic. And I've got I've got a G6, which is the mold for my soft plastics, and I've been painting those after I mold them. And then I've got a Dancing Bones bait, soft bait, and I've been pouring and molding those. So a lot of stuff. I've been very, very busy. Exactly. Big baits, big fish. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. People don't realize that this bait will catch fish, especially in my Lake of the Woods. In July and August, this is a guarantee. This is a guarantee. You were even if you trolled it behind your kayak, you're going to be pulling up some big bass. People don't get it. That people always think that a small bait is what you fish with. And I just ordered some Gamakatsu hooks because I've been making spinners, but I don't like the size of this hook, and I don't think it's that good of a hook anyway. So I don't know where I got it from. So I'm going to make some new spinners, but with a number 8 Gamakatsu hooks on it, and but my spinners are really, really good. They always get fish. I just need a better hook, and I want a little bit bigger. That's a size 10, so we're going to go with the size 8 hook on that. And that's just going to, my spinner line is going to be really, really good. And that's all fish, of course, because spinners catch everything, from crappie to perch, bluegill, trout, bass, everything. Spinners are really good all around. But my spinners spin at really slow retrieves as well as very fast. I mean, actually, if you try to do it fast, your tip just starts bending on you. I mean, there's so much resistance on it because of the blade. Really a lot of fun to spinner fish. So fishing with spinners it's just a lot of fun. I do enjoy that, and therefore, I've got some really, really, really pretty blades, and each one of these are different. There's not 2 of my spinners that are the same. They're just as custom as my baits when I paint them or when I pour them. So each bait I pour is going to be a little bit different from the other one. I try to make it the same, but they're similar, but not exact. But for a retired guy, I'm pretty busy between Terrible at Fishing, the radio show, and my bait making. I'm on the Detroit River where we have the walleye. Oh, how much fun. I've never caught a walleye. We don't have walleye here. And we don't have walleye in California where I lived either, so I've never caught one. But I hear that walleye and I have a lot in common. We're rather wide body and have big mouths. So I hear I have a lot in common with the walleye. Maybe one day I'll get up to Washington and do some walleye fishing. You never know. But there's 2 states I would love to fish in, and that's Texas and Florida, for just double-digit bass all day long. I mean, I think that'd be fantastic. I do have a niece in Florida, so maybe one day I'll get over there and visit my niece and her family. She's an absolute doll, and her girls absolutely wonderful, and her husband's super, super smart. Works for the government designing microchips for their unmanned drones. So, hey, Craig, how are you, my friend? Just finished my radio fishing report for the area. That's kind of what I did during this episode. And I just a few minutes ago posted last night's radio show. So I'm encouraging everybody, when you have a few minutes, well, it's actually an hour show, but you know what I mean. Go through it and see what you think. And tell me in the comments what I could do better and segments I can add. The Terrible at Fishing show is new, and it's new to me. I mean, I've been on the radio, I've been on TV, but my radio time and TV time has always been like 3 minutes long. So to do a whole hour, oh my goodness. I throw a 16-inch pikey minnow for giant rockfish. And yeah, I know. I mean, big fish hit big baits. You know? I mean, I bass fish. So, I mean, a big bass's mouth is this big. So you could throw some beasts out there. Big shoulders, we say them, walleye have. My belly makes my shoulders look small. Chesapeake. My wife watches a TV show on Netflix based there. Nice. Well, who knows? We might be on Netflix. You know? I can't, you know, I'm a disabled person on disability. I can't make money. So if I ever get into syndication, they can only give me a couple $100. What a deal. I can earn $1,000 a month is what I can earn without losing my benefits. So, you know, I mean, if in syndication, they already know the price. It's $1,000 a month. $250 a show. That's not bad. So anyway, that's. I'm cheap. I got old and I got cheap. Although my wife says I'm very expensive. So. So anyway, I know. I cannot wait to throw this on the lake. It's just a beautiful, beautiful. This is, I mean, you really can't see the beauty of it. The pearl, and then I put a color shifting pigment in the clear coat, and then it's a color shifting head and spine on it into that magenta. It really is a beautiful bait. That's a beautiful bait. This one has caught so many on that. I mean, you know, it's just fun fishing. I mean, yesterday I didn't catch much, but as the water continues to, you know, we're in spawn, and I do not bed fish. So if I bed fish, I could take that dancing bones and just sort of bounce it over the beds and catch one, but I don't bed fish. I had a cracking day on a chalk stream fly fishing this week, Mike. Worth a watch if you get 10 minutes to spare. I will totally do that. I will totally do that, Craig. Thanks, Riverfront. Yeah, it's a great bait. This is a great bait. If you ever want to try, you know, or just email me if you ever want one of my baits. Just email me, and I'll buy the blanket and paint you up a bait. Just tell me what colors or schemes that you want, and we'll get it done. And we'll get you a bait in the mail. It's just a lot of fun when I paint something for a fisherman, and then they catch them. I got an email just recently of a guy using one of my finesse baits, and he caught a nice sized crappie with it, and he has a picture of the crappie with the bait in the mouth. So it's just, you just want to. I just, you know, I tell my wife I make memories for people, so I just make the product so they can have a good memory. And that's what I love about fishing and doing what I do here in Southern Oregon. I help people have good memories. And there's nothing better to give somebody in life. It's the greatest gift is a good memory. It's the greatest gift. So I always hope that my wife and actually I've got 5 friends going with my wife and I. This Wednesday, I rented a big pontoon boat, and we'll be out on the lake, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Caught a fish on all the lures I got from you, Mike. It would help if you used them. But the key rings are ace. They come everywhere with me. Craig. Well, use them. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I got some blanks I'm going to make key rings for, and I got all the stuff to make key rings. So it's just, it's just a lot of work to make a key ring. But if I mess up on a bait, like yesterday I was catching on this one I have to repaint because when I touched it and some of the paint came off. But it's this white one with a black spot. So I painted 2 of these, but when I went to darken the spot, I missed the spot, and it made like a double spot on it, and a fisherman wouldn't buy it because it's imperfect, but fish don't care, and so I used it yesterday and caught fish on it. So I was like, caught a trout and a bass on it. I mean, fish don't care. But when you buy a bait, you don't want to see, a painting mistake. And so it's like no big deal. They're too nice to use. A lot of people, I had a young man, his dad bought him $150 worth of my baits yesterday. And I met the young man, I've met him before, at Lake of the Woods. And he bought 2 different of these, and then my bluegill glide bait, among other baits. And a lot of people will buy, one of my baits, and they're afraid to throw it because they don't want to lose it. The beautiful thing about this bait, it floats. So even if you threw it, if you got a boat or some way to swim out there and get it, you can't lose this bait. It floats. And believe me, I've retrieved this bait. This one right here, a bass hit it. Big old giant double-digit bass hit it. And he dove. Now, I was fishing this right over a big giant tree in the water. And he came out from under and he just exploded on this bait. I was ready. I set the hook, and then he dove down into the limbs of the tree where I lost him. And this thing was stuck in the limbs of the tree. I do have a video on what's a lure retriever. And you can use the lure retriever to get these back. So if you ever lose one of my baits, I would suggest buying that lure retriever. I mean, it just slides right down onto your line, and you can get your bait back. You got to get them in the water. I hear that's where the fish are. It is. But that lure retriever, I'll tell you, if you that thing, it's out in my truck. With my boat and everything else. But that thing is really cool. I did a short on the lure retriever, so check it out. The one I got is made by Daiwa, but it's rather simple. It's a weight that slides down your line, and it's got chains dangling from it. And you slide it down onto your hook or your bait, and those chains will foul your hook, and you can just pull it out. Real strong, 40 feet of line on it, and you can just rip that. I mean, these are really strong hooks, so you're gonna have to pull really hard. But you could better pull really hard and lose a hook than lose the whole bait. These hooks cost $3 each. Each one of these hooks are $3 each, and that's a $3 hook right there. You know what? I tell people the hook is the secret. If you got a great hook, you're going to catch your fish, land them. Been told the same about hooks, mate. Could be the reason why I don't like that. You gotta have a good hook. My wife makes any fish good, but the walleye is the best. Swiss cheese, lettuce, tomato. Oh yeah, I love using. Go crappie fishing. Make fish tacos with crappie. Oh my goodness. There's one lake, Emigrants. It's over by Ashland. It's an hour and a half from here, so I don't fish it very much. But Immigrant Lake has huge crappies and great steaks out of them, and you just fry the, you just grill those up, throw some seasoning, make some fish tacos. It's fantastic. I love crappie tacos. They're really, really good. And crappie fish is so much fun. I mean, you catch 30 or 40 of them, but they're so much fun to catch. And I mean, they're fast hitters, fast spitter outers. So you got to be really, really quick, to pull in a crappie and to land them. I like them. So, I mean, they're not as much fun as bass, which is more challenging, but crappie fishing, if I'm not getting bass, I go crappie fishing in the lake just to have fun. I know, fish tacos are the best. I heard that Rubio's in California, which introduced fish tacos, they closed their entire chain because of $20 an hour mandated wage. I mean, that's crazy. So California screwed up. That's why I moved out of it. I'm in Southern Oregon. That's my lake right behind me. That's my lake. That's one I fish in all the time. And it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And if you ever watch it live, you'll see how gorgeous that lake is. It's just absolutely stunning. So whenever I do my radio show, the backdrop is basically me fishing on Lake of the Woods. So, listen to the radio show and tell me what you guys think. I mean, I'm a rookie. I'm a rookie at making radio. So in the UK, one of my favorite fish to eat is the black bream. Straight from the sea, lovely fish, mackerel on the barbecue. I like mackerel. We used to catch mackerel all the time in the Ventura Harbor. Easy fish to catch. And in my fish finder, the mackerel schools look like a whale underneath you because they're so tightly grouped. And then the dolphins will come by and they'll eat them. And so, you'll be catching mackerel like crazy, and all of a sudden a pod of dolphins will come in and raid your area and scatter your mackerel. And the dolphins, sometimes you'll throw them a mackerel that you got in your boat. There's a really fun video of the dolphins visiting me on the Ventura Harbor on my channel somewhere. And I was mackerel fishing, and they came over and said hi. The dolphins. Dolphins are so cool, super friendly. Friendliest animal in the wild to me is a dolphin. You cannot get hurt by a dolphin unless it's an accident. But they won't bite you. They roll over. They let you pet them. They'll let you hug them, grab a hold. I mean, they're just awesome. Slip bobber skipping under piers. Yeah, you're right. Yep. Oh yeah. I mean, the crappie love cover like that. And at the Lake of the Woods, where in the picture behind me, there's 200 homes that are on the lake with their piers, and so there's always crappie down there, and you can just pull them in like crazy. So just really simple, really simple. I seen in the UK y'all have them huge red fin perch in ditches. Yeah, and another thing, yeah, those guys get conger eels. That's their big thing, is they go fishing for conger eels, and they're big. Yeah, they can be 2 feet long. I mean, they're eels. Yeah, congers. I ain't never caught it. I never caught an eel. Caught a snake, but I've never caught an eel. But that is just wild. Yeah, my UK audience. I mean, those guys are great over there. I mean, one of my favorite prizes was to Leo, and I forgot who won the prize, but somebody gave Leo the winnings. Leo's about 10 years old, and he sent me a Crayola picture of a lure that he wanted. So I painted a lure exactly like his Crayola, and I sent it to him, as well as many other lures, because I ship something to the UK, it's $25, and so I'm not going to spend $25 for one lure. So he got a lot of lures from me, but he got his one, and it looks exactly, I painted exactly. I think it's called Leo's Lure in the playlist, or in one of the videos, and I painted exactly looking like the Crayola color lure that he sent me. It was really, really cool. I was pretty proud of the lure, and Leo and his dad Rich and Lucy, his sister. I mean, just a sweet family, just a sweet family. I love my British friends. One day I wanted to take my wife there last year, but she didn't want to go to England. So I guess Italy is the place we're going to go. I guess one day that'll be fun. I've never been to Italy, and I'm Italian. So although I love going to Taiwan too, so I want to take her to Taiwan for the Lantern Festival, and I've been there for that, and it's awesome. Yeah, they grate on the lures and fly our perch. All right, guys, we're going to let you go. I got to work on my show and get at least 15 or 30 minutes done today and get that done. The electric fish fillet knife. I've never used an electric one. I got a very sharp fillet knife, but I just got it, flip the skin and run it right along the skin. So, guys, check out Craig's channel. Check out Craig's channel. He's got a really good channel, and one day he'll actually put my lures in the water. All right, guys, you take care, and thank you very much for all the support and all the feedback that you're going to give me. I really, really appreciate it. I respond to every one of your comments, too. So thank you very much. Take care, everybody. I upload